Well, what's going on, Cardinal Nation? Man, rough game today. Rough game, losing 9-4 to the Cincinnati Reds in the third of four, and uh, fortunately, this means that we cannot win this series. And well, in a game in which we had our ace Sonny Gray on the bump, and this was not a typical start for Sonny Gray, at least that we've seen the past few outings. Did not even get through 5 innings, giving up 3 runs, uh, striking out 6 and allowing 7 hits. And in his last start, he gave up just 1 hit, which was a home run. And of course, took a perfect game into the seventh inning last Sunday against the Giants. And yeah, now a very different outing in this one. Uh, he actually gave up 6 runs, but 3 of them were earned. So, uh, yeah, uh, so he was solid the first 2 innings, a 1-2-3 second inning, and then in the top of the third, Jonathan India ground rule double that make it 1-0 Reds, and then Ellie De La Cruz, their uh, all-star shortstop, at least, well, probably will be an all-star. RBI double, that would make it 2-0. Then later in that inning, he would steal third base for a milestone steal. That was his 40th stolen base of the season, and we're pretty much right halfway through the season. And yeah, and De La Cruz is on his way to on pace to have 80 stolen bases. So, and yeah, so he's having a historic, could have a milestone historic season. So and then, in the bottom of the third, we got on the board to make it 2-1. Michael Ciani, an RBI single, scoring Matt Carpenter to make it 2-1. And then Gray would strike out the side in the fourth. And then in the top of the fifth, Elliot De La Cruz with a 1-out triple. And then he would walk Spencer Steer. And then Jake Fraley would be hit by a pitch to load the bases. And then a run would score. De La Cruz would score on a error by Nolan Arenado. And then that would end Sonny's outing. So would not be charged with an earned run there. And then John King would come in, Fairchild with an RBI single to make it 5-1. And then Will Benson with an RBI single to make it 7-1. And then catcher Austin Wins with an RBI double to make it an 8-1 game. So, yeah, this was not the outing that probably not many people expected after the near perfect game, flirted with a perfect game Sonny did last Sunday, and 6-run fifth inning. And then John King will be done after just a third of an inning. And then we would see the major league debut for right-hander Gordon Graceffo, and he would get India out to end the inning. And then a scoreless sixth inning for Gordon Graceffo, I believe that's how you say it, including his first strikeout, which was of Ellie De La Cruz, so a pretty notable player to strike out for his first career K. Then in the bottom of the sixth, Paul Goldschmidt with a solo home run to make it 8-2, his 11th of the year. And then India with an RBI double to make it a 9-2 Reds lead. The bottom of the seventh, hits by Arenado and Carpenter would make it a 9-3 game. And we had a chance to get more, but Alec Burles went strike out. And then a 1-2-3 eighth inning from Graceffo. The bottom of the eighth, Nolan Gorman with an RBI single to make it 9-4. And if Matt Carpenter would have hit a home run, that would have made it a 2-run game. But he would strike out at a 1-2-3 bottom of the ninth. But Gordon Graceffo in his major league debut with 4 1/3 innings, pitched the final 4 1/3 innings, giving up just a run on 3 hits, striking out 4. So that's a pretty solid debut for a guy who had been exclusively starting in the minors in AAA. So, yeah, pretty happy to see that. And yeah, Graceffo, 24 years old, from New Jersey, and yeah, so final game of the series tomorrow afternoon. It'll be Lance Lynn getting the start against Hunter Green, flamethrower for the Reds. Lynn, who was very good in his last Monday against the Braves. Final game before we head to Pittsburgh. Well, an off day Monday, then played Pittsburgh. So till Sunday, hopefully we can win and manage a split. Till then, Cal Metzger saying go Cards.